Hello everyone, Brad Strope, Pro Staff, Valor Outdoors TV. Today I'm come to you from Central Missouri on my family farm. I wanted to talk to you today about tree stands, tree ladders, and safety. Hunters, take this to heart. We want to come home to our families safe every night. They expect us to come home to them safe every night. So here right now, promise that you will always wear a fall restraint device while hunting out of an elevated stand. Take that time, raise that hand, go to your family, raise your hand, promise to them that you will always wear that fall restraint system while hunting from an elevated stand. It doesn't matter if you're 4 feet off the ground, 25 feet off the ground. Wear that safety harness and wear it religiously. Go home to your family every night. All right, tree stands, tree ladders, and safety. First and foremost, us as deer hunters, majority of us will hunt from an elevated stand, generally attached to a tree. Some of us hunt out of tripods. I prefer tree hunting. I like platform stands, tree ladders. To me, they're more versatile. They're easier to get in and out of the woods with. I leave mine up throughout the entire season, which I have that opportunity with having a family farm. But, you know, when picking out a spot for your stand, obviously you're going to look at the wind direction, you're going to look at the habitat around you, trails, feeding, so many different things. But first, when you find that tree, I want you to look at that tree. Is that tree a safe tree? Would you trust yourself in that tree? Is that tree big enough to support you? Is that tree strong enough to take the weight? Some of the things that I feel is important with trees, look at the limbs, look at the leaves on that tree. We get out there in deer season, it's pretty early in the season, so the leaves are still going to be green. If you see any brown leaves, especially at the top of the tree, you might want to ask yourself, is this a safe tree? Look for any dead spots, look for any hollow holes in them, because trees do get hollow inside and you may not know it till it's too late. We want to look at how straight it is. Is there an opportunity for wind to be blowing too hard and an accident occur where you come out of that tree stand? Just a few things to think about. Safety. Talking about tree ladders and tree stands, first and foremost, one of the things you want to look at, here I have a new tree ladder and a new deer stand for demonstration. But we're going to look at the straps. Check those straps on those tree ladders every year. I don't care if you leave that tree stand out there year round, check those straps. If you do leave them out there, replace those straps. Your life is worth too much to too many people to skimp on buying new straps for your hunting equipment to ensure that you get home safely. Check those straps, check those bolts, check those attachments. Every time you get ready to go up that tree, shake that tree ladder and make sure it is secured. One of the things while talking about putting up tree stands, I'm a firm believer in wearing a lineman's belt. I have a leather lineman's belt that was actually a lineman's belt from a utility company. It is 100% leather. I trust this thing with my life, my family's life, my kids' life, my loved one's life. So just keep in mind, safety. You're going to hear me say that word a lot, safety. Check those straps, check those bolts. If those bolts are rusting, please replace them. We want you to come home. Valor Outdoors wants you to come home safe to your family every night. Same thing goes for tree stands. Check those straps. Check those cables that are attached to your platforms. check those bolts. One thing about putting up this type of equipment in tree when dealing with straps, make sure your straps are straight, make sure they are flat against the tree, ensure that they are not twisted. That's going to be important. They were designed and manufactured to be flat up against the tree. And what I'm talking about is twisted like this. This is not what we want. We want it to be flat up against the tree. So just a few tips for you. You know, wearing that safety harness, very important first and foremost. Every stand that you buy new out of the market now is required to provide you with a safety harness. There are so many different types of safety harnesses out there. There's vest harnesses, there's full body harnesses. You know, I remember starting out hunting with just a waist harness. Those harnesses that you get in the box with your tree stands, throw them in your vehicle, throw them in your truck. If for some reason that you would forget your safety harness at home, you have that backup that is inside your vehicle. Never, under any circumstance, ever get into a tree or a tree stand without your safety harness. Remember, you just took that promise. You know, we love the sport. We spend a lot of money around the country on this sport. You know, we as sportsmen owe it to the outdoors. You know, talking about trees, tree stands, take care of your trees. You know, their life is short-lived. You know, what may be your tree stand today may be somebody's firewood tomorrow. So take care of those trees and they'll take care of you. Few things with safety harnesses. You know, don't leave them lay out in the sun. Don't just throw them on the dash in your truck. Take care of them. Those are your lifeline. Literally, those are your lifeline. In the event that you do fall, don't panic. You know, the first mistake you will ever do falling out of a tree stand is panicking. Think about what just happened, regroup, pull yourself together, and try to get yourself back to safety. If you cannot do that, hopefully you have your cell phone on you and you are able to call somebody. If they don't know where you're at, it's going to be hard for anybody to get to you. There are GPS locations now on cell phones and things of that nature. If nothing else, draw your family a map. Tell them every day where you're going to be. This all goes along with the safety of deer hunting. It cannot be preached enough. Safety, safety, safety. Hopefully this video wasn't too long and I didn't bore you. But just take everything in mind. Take everything to heart. Check your straps on your tree stands. Check your straps on your tree ladders. If the wind is blowing hard, don't get in that tree. It's easy. There are blinds. There's blinds. We have hunting blinds we can hunt out of. Your life is not worth getting into a tree. That big buck is not worth getting into a tree with the chance of you falling out of it. So let's be serious about this. Safety first and foremost. Check your bolts. You know, look for rusting on your tree stands. Something maybe as simple as a wasp nest. You know, if you're elevated 25 feet off the ground and you discover there's a wasp nest in your tree stand, you're going to panic. It's going to hurt. And you're going to be doing all kinds of things to try to get out of that tree. So preventive maintenance for your safety, for your loved ones, and for the sport of hunting. Thank you for joining us. Valor Outdoors TV. Stay tuned. We're in hunting season.